Okay, hey Heinz, it is Wednesday. Hump day. We've made it halfway to the week. So you can either look at it as you've made it to the, well, about noon today, we've made it to the top. Or it just goes downhill from here. Oh, yesterday I did take just a good day to recline, relax when I could. I did do a few things. I got my laundry processed, washed, dried. I did fold it this morning. Tudwad's looking at me like, who are you talking to? Nah, not you, Toot. Not you. I did clean my bathroom, okay. We're going for the illusion of clean. I did scrub my bathtub. Lord have mercy, it needed it, okay? I did do that, and now everything that I had kind of thought fixed from resting yesterday is killing me now that all I did was clean the bathtub. That's all I did, clean the bathtub. Does this mean I can get a maid? No. And I think, okay, maybe it's the weight. It's all this extra weight I'm carrying around. But I can't move to lose the weight. Does that make sense? It's like a vicious cycle. Speaking of cycle, I've got one out there that's like a stationary cycle. They got them on sale up there at the Walmart. Now, we do have a stationary bike out in Batman's shed. But I want my treadmill brought in. We've got a really nice treadmill a friend of ours gave us, and it has handles to it. I can hang on and walk. And we had Carol Beth where she was using it, and we moved it out to the screened-in porch one year so we could get the Christmas tree up, and it just never got brought back in. You know how those work. Yeah, so it needs to be brought back in so it can be utilized. I've got a spot for it. And like I said, I don't know if I'm at the point where maybe if I move and lose, I'll feel better. Or if I move, will it make my leg worse? It can't hurt any worse. I mean, I don't think so. If it gets to a scale of 14 or above, yeah. What I experienced the other day, if it gets worse than that, shoot me now, y'all. Just shoot me now. Just saying. Today holds, he has found a way to get up and fit up in there. Yeah, I'm talking about you. I've done my Bible time. We are on 2 Kings, chapter 3. If you're just now joining us, it's womenlivingwell.org, or you can go to Good Morning Girls Facebook page. We are in 2 Kings, chapter 3. If you want to go back and do chapters 1 and 2, go back and do 1 and 2. Wonderful free resources. You do not have to order the journaling book, but join us in this study. It is wonderful to be with a group of godly women and get their perspective and their take on what we are gleaning from 2 Kings. And it's not just a read it and you're done. No, you read. We do the soak method. You read it. You pray for God to show you what you need to glean from those words. May He speak to your heart. And when you read, you really have your heart into it. And you pick your verse. What verse stood out to you? So that's your scripture. Then you do your observation. What is going on? Who are the main people in that scripture? What's going on in that scripture? And then A is for application. How can you apply that to your life today? And then K is kneeling prayer. And you pray for God to use that in your life. You know, Lord, today was about Elijah being called up in the whirlwind and being taken, and Elisha was left in charge. And yeah, it was wonderful. And the people, Elisha kept asking Elijah, okay, now what? You know, I'll go with you. And Elijah kept telling him, will you stay here? And Elisha was, I'll go with you. So they went somewhere else. And Elijah was like, okay, you stay here. And Elisha's like, well, I'll go with you. It's like, okay. So, but then once Elijah was called up, he had asked Elisha, you know, what do you want? And he said, well, I want a double portion of the spirit that God laid on you. And so Elijah told him, if you see me get called up by God, you will have your request. If you don't see me get called up by God, you won't have your double portion. Well, Elisha did see him, so he got his double portion. Well, then the people came to him and they were like, well, now what? And now what? And Elisha was like, well, if you'd wait, or if you'd look here, and it was almost the same thing. Well, then they told him about why the crops were no good. The water was no good. And so Elisha took the salt and made the water good. But it was another time where water was parted. They had gone to Jordan, and Elijah took his cloak, rolled it up, touched the water, and the waters parted. So not only did God perform the miracle with the Red Sea and Moses, he performed it with Elijah and the Jordan. And then whenever Elisha got ready to cross back over, he did it with him. So there were 3 instances just right there. And I think in Isaiah, when they get ready to place the 12 stones representing the 12 tribes, it will do it again, if I'm not mistaken. I know they laid the 12 stones, but I want to say it was dry land whenever they did it. Yeah. Anyway, 2 Kings chapter 3, it was wonderful. Oh, man. Whew. We could just do Worship Wednesday and move on, and yeah. Today holds. Your Crazies brought to you by gabapentin, baclofen, diazepam. Hey, hon. All right. Oh, I'm getting up. Oh, this can move. Becca wanted to know what my hair would look like French braided, so I don't know if y'all can. I'm curious myself what it looks like. Probably a Mad Hatter. I'm losing my voice. I told Carol Beth I felt bad that, bless her heart, we didn't do anything yesterday. I rode the recliner, other than whenever I was swapping out laundry, and she was so sweet. She did swap out some loads for me, and last night Becca swapped out some loads for me, so they were a great help. Let me get my water. Hold on 1 second. Ooh, I had gotten dry. I was parched. Okay. But yeah, today is Wednesday, hump day. We are just gonna do, we did not do our honey drumsticks and veggies last night. We just took that pork and put the crock pot. Y'all saw it. We did the barbecue sandwiches. They did turn out good. We do have leftovers of that, but it's not enough for everybody. So I think I'm gonna let Carol Beth choose if she wants that for lunch today. We finished off the kale salad. Tonight, I had down the pasta with sauce, garlic bread, and salad. And I think that's what we're going to go with. I forgot to do this too. Have y'all ever bought cream cheese from Aldi? And I did not notice it when I first bought it. Got it last Thursday. How long is it good for once you open it? Because we didn't open it until within 10 days of opening. Well, no, it hadn't been 10 days. I got it last Thursday. So this Thursday would what, just be 7? Yeah, it's been 10 days. Yeah, no. Any hoozles. I noticed today it was grainy. I stirred it up real good. Yeah, it has, once you open it, it gets like that watery stuff on top. So I noticed it was grainy. So I'm going to put y'all in the cabinet. There, you're in my kitchen cabinet. But I stirred it up and I noticed it, I don't know, had this grainy texture to it. I mean, tasted okay, just the texture was off. I stirred it in. I don't know. I am going to do this with my salad. I usually use my Fresh Makes boxes. What I might do is take half. We're going to do an experiment. We're going to get Bill Nye the Science Guy, y'all. Okay, it's probably more like Mrs. Frizzle. Y'all remember Mrs. Frizzle from the Magic School Bus? I'm not quite as proficient as Bill Nye the Science Guy. Who remembers Mr. Goodbody? The dude that wore the suit, like the real tight, skin-tight suit, and it had all the organs and everything on it. Do you remember Mr. Tell me I'm not crazy, y'all. Do y'all remember Mr. Goodbody? And there was the theme song. I can't remember. Ooh, I'm going to have to look that up now. We're going to perform an experiment. Like I said, I had seen where, who was it? Y'all know me and my Fresh Make containers. I swear by these things. You can put salad in here, and yes, ma'am, it's going to last. So I'm just going to do that. So, we've got that in there. Now, they were saying, and they is a YouTuber that I was watching. Oh, who was it? Who was it? It's somebody we watch. And I say we, I mean y'all too. It wasn't Mandy in the Making, was it? Y'all comment down below. But they left it in the container. Put Scott towel on top. Close it up. And you keep it stored upside down. Like that. And they swear like hannies that it stays for like a week or longer. So we're going to see. We're going to try this, and we're going to try this, and we're going to see which one stays freshest the longest. Okay? Today is the 13th. 15th. Wednesday, January the 15th. I've lost 2 days. That's what happens when you ride a recliner. I'm just saying. So, January the 15th, we're going to mark this. We're getting all scientific. Y'all didn't know this could happen at Big Mama's house. Well, yeah. Did I tell y'all about the furs? Did I? I don't think I did. Did I? Anywho, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think I did. Maybe I didn't. Who knows? Oh, I do need to prep my mushrooms. I bought some mushrooms the other day at Costco. I need to prep these up. I usually try to prep my produce like right when I get home with it, but by the time I get home from grocery shopping, all this can't handle being up doing. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta go sit down. Anywho, where was I going with this? We were on a route. Y'all were with me. That's gonna be my defense, and I'm sticking to it. Did you have accomplices, Miss Roten? Oh, yes, sir, I did. All my YouTube followers. They were privy and party of it. Y'all going with me. Anywho, I don't even remember now what the hannies. Oh, the man that pulled the prank, he gave his wife, he had all the guys at work gather up roadkill. She was wanting a fur coat. Did I tell y'all this? See, I don't remember. Anyhow, I'm tell you again. Go get your friends and tell them to come closer to the screen so they can hear. You can't make all this up. I took a new med. We're going to blame it on that. Anywho, she was wanting a fur for Christmas. And he's like, oh, yeah. All right, I'll get you a fur. It's going to happen. So she was all excited and told all her friends she's getting this fur. Wait till you see my Facebook post. Girl, come Christmas morning, I'm gonna be on Facebook. You'll see me in my fur. Well, Christmas morning came. He done had all his buddies collect roadkill. They put the cardboard box and kept in the freezer at their work. Kid you not. So come Christmas morning, he had gotten that box out of the freezer and put up underneath the tree. And so she opened it. When she did, there was a piece of paper. Make your own fur kit. Some assembly required. Now see, I'm sorry. That sounds like something I'd pull off. Or Fat Man. Oh, you can't make this crap up, y'all. That's like he was going to take me on a cruise. He blindfolded me and took me down to the Alabama River with his John boat. Told me I didn't need to complain. I wasn't going to have to paddle. I could have killed that man. Any hoozles. That's your laugh for the day. And if I'd already told you that story, guess what? You get another chuckle out of it. Okay, I'm just wiping off my mushrooms. If y'all don't know how to clean mushrooms, do not seek the treasure. Remember from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Man, I really need to know what they put in that medicine. Whew. I'm doing shrooms, but I ain't doing the shrooms, you know what I mean? Maybe I need to be. I did not get baby portobello. Them suckers were $8. Come on now. This was at the Costco. I got this big, huge 24-ounce thing of the white whole mushrooms, and they are pretty. I do have to admit, these are pretty. For $3.24. I guess you know which ones Big Mama brought home. The white mushrooms, $3.24. Because I wanted to say the Bella mushrooms for $8. They were like $8.78 or something like that. It was only an 18 ounce. It was a smaller package, but it was seriously $8. So we're riding the white ones, and they're pretty good size. So I wiped out. You just take a Scott towel and you're basically wiping that dirt. You'll see dirt on there. Do not wash them. It will make them soggy. It will make them mold. Of course, it's a fungus, but it'll make them soggy. So I just put them in my Fresh Mates container, Fresh Works. It's a Rubbermaid Fresh Works container. Love them. Not sponsored. Wished it was. I need another set. Rubbermaid, if you want to help Big Mama out, I endorse your products all the time. Ooh, I think Brian took off with a set of mine. I had 3 sets of the 3-piece. I'd acquired 3 during the course of, and now I'm missing some. So I know Brian Roten had a hand in that, but that's all right. He is in his own house. If he needs to take some Rubbermaids, I'll help him. I'll give him the Rubbermaid. He did take off with one of my big pipes, though. And he asked, Lord have mercy, I was about to put these in the Rubbermaid containers in the cabinet. He did ask. He needed a big boiler to do like spaghetti in. So Big Mama obliged, and I gave him a big boiler that I really and truly do not use anymore, and I'll let him have that. So, hey, if giving him some cookware is going to keep him out of my house, heck yeah, I'm giving him the cookware. Yes, ma'am. So, anyhow, so I got my laundry done. I've done some of my refrigerator cleaning and prepping. Oh, I was talking about what I was going to do tonight. We're doing pasta, a salad, garlic bread that I've got in there. I think that toasted ravioli. That sounds good. If you have not tried the toasted ravioli from Aldi, you gotta. Okay, hey Hans, it is now Thursday. I know, here lately, I'm getting there though, I'm getting there. I did have my treatment today. Yeah, and we did discuss we are just going to keep it, the dosage that it's at, weekly, and yeah, we aren't going to increase it, so that's good. I just woke up from my nap. It is now 5 o'clock. That man had called earlier and said that I'm going to put y'all down right here. He actually has to go to the lake. I know, right? Yeah. And do a job for a guy. So, I'm sure he has a fishing pole. No, he don't. Usually if he works for somebody like that, he'll work out, okay, then, can I come fishing? So, he trades off. Yeah. Tonight for supper we are doing Crescent dogs. If you've been around here long enough, you know on treatment days, it's usually either yo-yo night, you're on your own, or leftovers, or it's just something super simple, super easy. So Becca's actually off today. She had to work a double again last night. And then she's off today. So, I might actually, I can't tell if these are clean or dirty. That man actually did dishes for me last night. So I think, I can't tell. I think they're clean. I think they're clean. Any hoozles. If not, he rinsed them before he put them in there. I'm just saying. Had to get cookie sheet. Yeah, I'm just going to do Crescent dogs, and I was going to do macaroni and cheese, but since the girls had been having mac and cheese so much since I'd gotten the single cups from Sam's, they are loving that. Becca had made the comment, well, Mom, you can just do chips. So I think I'm going to take her cube, and we are just going to do chips to go with it. So, and this is one of those budget-friendly suppers. Like, literally, I had gotten these a while back. I always use the, if I don't have a pack on hand, I'll buy a pack to have on hand. These are only 79 cents at Aldi's. They're just good to have on hand for those just in case moments. And then I had grabbed a thing of these when they were on sale. Yeah, they're still good. When they were on sale, 79 cents. So, go ahead and say 80 and 80 for $1.60. We're eating supper tonight. Yeah, this is one of those easy, frugal meals. And they're thinking that it's a treat. Ooh, sorry. Becca had made the comment, oh, I love Crescent dogs. And Carol Beth had gotten excited of Crescent dogs. We never do Crescent dogs. So, it's cheap, but it's a treat. I mean, you know, how often do you do Crescent dogs? So, I'm going to go ahead and get my oven kind of preheated and going. And it won't take literally as long as it takes for the rolls to, you know, the Crescent rolls to make. Boom, supper. And we're just going to take the cue and let them pick barbecue chips. Baked chips. And that is going to be supper. So, I hope this week has found y'all doing good. I'm doing much better than I was. I'm not crying today. The new meds they have got me on for my muscle relaxant is doing wonderful. I used to be on baclofen before. It got to where it wasn't working, or she had just kind of swapped me up. I don't remember. My infusion nurse had asked me, why did you quit that? He'd really rather you be on the baclofen. And that is usually the drug of choice for stiff persons. And I'm like, I don't know. The kook I was seeing up in Birmingham had swapped me. And so she's like, well, we're swapping you back, because if this isn't working, I had been on Flexeril, and they're swapping me back. So, I'm back on baclofen. Yeah, there for a while I was on nothing. So, I was getting something up. And it's been a while since I picked up the camera, so I don't know what I've said or where I've left off, or yeah. So, we're just gonna, I know it ain't pretty. We're just gonna kind of end on this note of y'all be good, y'all be sweet, Try something different with your jingles. Yeah, yeah. And I will see you tomorrow. Okay, just real quick, while I'm thinking about it, I did not even think about it, of adding cheese sticks to the Crescent dogs. And so I went and asked Becca, do I want cheese in it? And she's like, yeah, sure. So, and I know Carol Beth likes them. I'm just going to kind of prop you up, and y'all can't prop up in there. I'm propping you up in a cabinet. Let's put you on. Ooh, hey, you're on the coffee. You're on the coffee cup, actually. I'm just gonna, I'm go ahead and I'm popping everything open. I'll say I am. Hey, how y'all doing? How's your mama and them? Y'all doing alright? Been to the Big Pig lately. For those of you that are new, the Big Pig is the Piggly Wiggly. You've been somewhere if you've been to the Pig. Hey, sweet girl. Hey. Can you tell by hey?
Hi.
What?
None.
We're talking about the Big Pig. Where's the Big Pig?
Piggly Wiggly.
The Piggly Wiggly. You've been somewhere if you've been to the Piggly Wiggly, especially if you've been to the Piggly Wiggly in Greenville. Remember the Piggly Wiggly in Greenville when we'd go to Dr. Crosby's office?
Yeah.
Yeah, vaguely.
No.
We would pop in. Dr. Crosby was our old dentist. And you've been somewhere if you've been to downtown Greenville, Alabama. They ain't missing nothing, are they?
No.
No. Hey, at least downtown Greenville, Alabama had traffic lights. Haynesville, Alabama had no traffic. Well, we had a four-way caution stop.
Yep.
So, yeah. Haynesville, Alabama actually did a big parade. Well, a parade. They had the one fire truck go around the square. It was a parade, okay? When the Dollar General came to town, I'm just saying. Heck, once the Dollar General came to town, they got a Subway. Then they got a Family Dollar. So you know you got something if you got a Dollar General and a Family Dollar and a Subway. Well then, God bless it. Where the Subway was caught on fire and burned. Yeah. So, yeah. So they moved the Subway. And then Dollar General rebuilt and did a new store. So, yeah. Yeah. They moved on down the street from the Family Dollar. Hey, they were in the same parking lot. Anyhoozles. I'm just going to take these Crescent dogs. And I'm just going to take, I'm only using 4 cheese sticks. And I'm just, because they're kind of thick. Becca's taking Foxy out for me. Since, Carol Beth always does that when she's here. Not when she's here. I know they need to go. Pick Foxy up, Doris will follow.
Yeah, she's behind the table.
I'm just cutting them in half. The cheese sticks. Because they're too thick to go in there like that. And that way I'm only using 4. So I'm just cutting them long ways so they're thinner. Yeah. Yeah, anytime you take the dogs out too, the cat will go to the door, meow, meow, like he's wanting out. Daddy, Carol Beth. Yeah. She's laughing because I'm sounding like him.
He thinks he's a dog.
He does think he's a dog. You called the dogs, here he comes too. Seriously. So I'm just getting everything ready. Oh, and we've got those slice and bake cookies. I think we're going to do those for tonight. Yeah, I think we'll do. We got Scooby-Doo left. It's a Scooby-Doo Crescent dog kind of night. So, the way I stuff ours with cheese, I will actually cut part way. Don't cut all the way through. But I cut the hot dogs where there's just like a slit, like that. I will take this half a cheese stick. I'm having to kind of do it on my counter, and that fits perfectly down in there. And then you just kind of take your crescent roll, and I'll do my cheese side down, and then I'll make it where there was something on my, where the cheese is up like that. She has got Doris. Hey, Doris. Hey, Doris. Hey, girlfriend. So, I got that cheese side up. And so, we're just going to do the other 7. And boom, there you go. Crescent dogs. And then I'll probably get Carol Beth. She didn't want to do the Star Wars one, the sliced cookies, the already pre-done cookies. She didn't want to do them, so I thought that would be fun for her. She does not like to do the oven. We don't want her doing the oven. But if we're watching her, I would like for her to start trying to do the oven. It would give her that little bit of, hey, I've done this. She definitely does not want to do it when it's hot. We don't want her doing it when... The one time she did, she raised her hand up and it burned the top of her... The element burned the top of her hand. So, and I know that was just a fluke and she probably wouldn't do it again. But anytime anything like that ever happens, she don't forget it. So we figure it's just safer if she does not, especially not when we're not here, for sure. Talking about Carol Beth not using the oven. We don't want her to, you know, when we're not here. So I'm going to finish slicing these and stuffing them with cheese. And I think we're going to do the strawwood cookies. Yeah, did I say Scooby-Doo left? We did the Scooby-Doo ones. Yes, we're doing Star Wars. I'll get it right eventually. So, I guess now we will say, adjust your bows. I haven't got my bow on today. It's got to where it's long enough now. I don't have to wear a bow. Yay! I mean, boo! Yeah, somebody today asked me, well, where's your bows? We've been missing them bows. So, might need to start wearing my bows again, or at least get me a hair clip or something. Y'all know me, it's usually something sparkly. Hey, I did have a tiara. I showed up to treatment one day with the tiara and a feather boa, and that was right after Christmas. And I gave it to one of the nurse's little girls and told them that she'd go in there and tell them she was queen of the heifers. I think I told y'all that. And they said she wore that the rest of the day, informing everybody that whether they asked or not, she was queen of the heifers. And they better do as she said. Yeah. Okay. if this is supposed to be... Okay. I'm crazy. I'm not even going to say what I was going to say. I was going to say I was short a crescent roll. Now, how can you be short a crescent roll when they're on sheets? You know, like, never mind, I found it. It was, yeah. Hey, how y'all doing? You been to the Big Pig? we're going to act like that didn't even happen. I didn't look that far enough down. So, but yeah, Haydenville, Alabama. Put that on your stop of places to go. Technically, it really was like a historical site, I guess you would say, during the freedom votes, the freedom rides, between Selma and Montgomery. They did stop right outside of Haydenville on Highway 80. The marchers stopped and camped out. It was campsite number 4, I do believe. And it wasn't too far from there, kind of closer to Lounsboro, that, what was her name? She was given a ride to someone. And I know it. Y'all forgive my foggy-headedness. She gave them a ride to go see about signing up voters. A white lady. And she was a student of the college that had come down, I want to say, and she was murdered along Highway 80. They have a dedication marker for her. I cannot think of her name right now. And then in Haydenville at the town square, they've got a dedication marker of the priest that was shot. He was shot and they actually found the man that shot him not guilty, because it was a jury of all white men. Yeah. You were talking back in the 60s of the backwoods South. That's the one thing I'm not proud of when we lived there. Yeah. But oh, how it has changed. Big John, I told y'all about that, the sheriff now, or he was, God rest his soul. He is the one that was shot and killed. Wow, how times have changed. I bet in the 60s they never thought they would ever see a day where there would have been a black man as sheriff. And before him, it was Sheriff John Hewlett. They were both John. Yeah. That kind of like, and he was sheriff for a long time. Yeah. Ooh, how times have changed. For the better, other than the shootings now. Yeah, it's crazy. Anywho, I didn't show y'all our finished pan, but that is what our dogs are looking like. He got rolled over the wrong way. I'm trying to keep them cheesy side up. So, until tomorrow, or until I can think of something else to ramble on about. Until tomorrow. Tomorrow I actually had pork tenderloin down, pasta and veggies. We just got done with pork. like 2 nights in a row. So I'm looking here, am I gonna, and to whoever said it looked like I had enough stuff in the freezer, kind of, yes, we are gonna kind of, and this is the canned goods. We're gonna kind of start pulling off some shelf timbers, freezers. We're gonna kind of start using up stuff we've got. We didn't have much of a grocery budget other than our Costco budget anyway, so yeah. I've got one of these, the chicken noodle. Never had this kind before. So you literally just add water and boom. You've got soup. Makes 8 servings. If you've ever had this kind, comment down below. I am curious. I think we're going to do this tomorrow night. I think we're doing this. Yeah. A home style blend of noodles and vegetables. So looking at this, it does not have chicken. It's probably just done in chicken broth, I'm thinking. Egg noodles. Yeah, a home style blend of noodles and vegetables. So it's just done in the chicken noodles. I was looking up here to see if I happen to have a can of chicken. Usually I will have a can of chicken. I'm not seeing a can of chicken. And that's okay too. We can do it without the chicken. We've got Ritz crackers. Ooh, I know what I'm having tomorrow for lunch. My tuna I never ate. My zesty lemon pepper. I can't have it when any of them are here because they don't like the smell. We are still rocking it good. I had bought a bunch of these when Becca had her teeth done. Oh, here's one. These are good to have on hand just in case you've got like that stomach thing or whatever. Have some of these on hand just in case. The jellos. So I think we're gonna do chicken noodle tomorrow. Yeah. So until then, bye y'all.